farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Welcome to Midwest Farm Weekly. Thanks for joining us. I'm Elaine Wells. In your news headlines today, it is one of the greatest challenges now facing the American family farm: aging. With the average age of a farmer now at 58 and with a third over 65, CBS's Meg Oliver has a look at an innovative program to cultivate the next generation of caretakers.
On an acre of land in Cream Ridge, New Jersey, Christina Couch is a one-woman force.
What are you growing here?
These are sugar snap peas.
And how tall will they get?
About 6+ feet.
Months of prepping, planting, and nurturing 7 days a week have turned her brown field into tidy rows of lush vegetables and herbs.
Last time you were here, they were all the way down to the ground. Now they're up to our shoulders.
Couch, a former cook, is now a newly minted farmer.
We're growing a lot of specialty varieties, so when you go to a restaurant, you see a fancy, colorful beet or a beautiful garnish or a delicate herb.
At 26 years old, she's more than 3 decades younger than the average farmer in the U.S.
Nearly half of the nation's farms are owned by farmers 65 or older, making them the oldest workforce in the country. Why is it so hard to break into farming?
Well, many people are not raised on a farm.
Professor and third-generation farmer Bill Lubick is Couch's mentor and actively recruiting the next generation at the Beginner Farmer Training Program at Rutgers University in New Jersey.
We absolutely have to have a next generation of farmers to produce food for us.
The 3-phase program begins with online classes covering farming basics, followed by hands-on training. Select students develop a farm business plan and put it into action. They can rent land from the program with access to equipment and agricultural experts.
The radiation from the sun will break that down. And we are attracting a very diverse group of people into our program. 60% are women, almost that many percentage are minorities.
And you just pluck it right off.
Novices like Couch, many without a farm background, are seeking customers in a non-traditional route.
What does your generation bring to farming?
We're just going about farming a bit differently, a little bit against the grain, and leveraging things like social media, like fundraising.
Just let the ground get nice and moist.
And just building communities that people are attracted to, want to support young farmers.
Hola.
On this day, greens that were picked by Couch just hours earlier were delivered to Jasper Stone Restaurant.
This is little gem lettuce.
This is where she used to work as a line cook and realized her dream of farming.
I just had this light bulb moment that I could grow this and help fill the gap so that we don't have to get produce from so far away to put on the tables at restaurants.
Now she's proud to have her locally grown produce turned into delicious salads.
It is the hardest job I've ever had. It is really, really difficult. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Cultivating tomorrow's food supply with growing satisfaction.
The average age of a farmer in Wisconsin is nearly 57 years old. In our state, 10% of farmers are under 35, 26% are new or beginning producers.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And joining me today is Dan Smith. Dan, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, thank you, Jeremy. Exciting day to be in Northeast Wisconsin talking about water hemp management.
Yeah, Dan, that was we're actually at a field event today, and that's what your topic of discussion is. And can you describe about the event a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm Dan Smith. I'm a program manager for the University of Wisconsin-Madison Division of Extension's Nutrient and Pest Management Program. We have a team around the state that works actively with farmers on troublesome pest issues and primarily on nutrient management. But today we're at a local field day hosted by a local extension educator doing an excellent job talking about weed management in this region, part of the state. We're dealing with a very troublesome weed species, water hemp. It produces a ton of seeds and presents a lot of challenges. And now that the soybeans are starting to move towards maturity, the water hemp plants are starting to take off a little bit in the summer weather, we can start to see them from the road even better.
What makes water hemp so hard to control?
This time of year we see the weed escapes, and the weed escapes happen because we've probably done everything right already, but the weeds are really tolerant to some of the tools in our toolbox. So what happens to a water hemp plant is now that we're moving into late summer, early fall, it produces 25,000 to even 250,000 seeds per plant. And that's a ton of seeds to manage in future years. Those seeds are going to stick around for a couple years regardless of the tillage system. If we're burying those seeds though, we do have a better chance of those breaking down over time, being fed on by the insects in the soil, that type of thing. But if we're leaving those on the soil surface, they're going to be able to germinate the next couple years and cause future problems. So think about this one plant in front of us. If it's a female plant producing seed, we could have 50,000 seeds right here in front of us to cause problems within a 10-foot circle. 95% of those seeds are retained until we mechanically separate them from the plant. So until we combine the field. We combine the field, we're going to separate these seeds from the plant and spread those out the back of the combine, say 20, 30 feet wide by maybe 100 feet long, depending on how long that plant stays in the combine, causing future problems. That's one plant. When we have more than one plant escape, think about that as millions of seeds and millions of opportunities for next year that we're going to have different tools in our toolbox to go ahead and target.
Right, and Dan, the farmer who owns this field did throw the kitchen sink, so to speak, at this field, and it still looks like this. What are some of the other tools that you're referencing?
Right, absolutely. I want to thank our host farm and all the collaboration today to bring a really successful field day, and great job by Scott, our local educator, to pull it all together. Some of the other tools to think about beyond just herbicides in that toolbox would be right now thinking about managing those seeds at harvest. So if we're going to combine these weedy fields, we want to leave those weed seeds in the field. We don't want to transport them via the combine to other fields. So we want to clean the head off the combine. We want to dump the rock trap, clean out the feeder house, prevent those weed seeds from spreading. That's going to be the first line of defense for these really weedy spots on the landscape. Leave those weed seeds where we're combining them. That way we don't spread those to other fields. And that's some of the problems that we've gotten to this point where we just continually move around weed seeds, unfortunately, in some of our cropping systems. It's nobody's fault, it just happens. Next year, we need to be thinking about, well, what tools do we have available? So should we be planting maybe a winter rye cover crop on this field for next year? That winter rye cover crop is going to lay down a lot of biomass if we leave it out in the field long enough and we have proper growing conditions to help suppress weeds, and is effective as adding another herbicide sometimes in our toolbox for the weed control program. We can also think about crop rotation. Maybe in those really severe cases, we have a neighbor that wants to grow some alfalfa. The great thing about alfalfa is we're cutting it while the water hemp's actively growing and actively trying to produce seed, but it's not going to make it that far because we're going to cut it again. We can start thinking about this though in a multi-year approach. We're going to get a much better handle on it than if we think about it, well, shoot, my soybeans are starting to get knee high and I have water hemp that's starting to be waist high. What can I do this year? At that point, we're really out of options other than controlling the seed from being spread, unfortunately. And that's not necessarily a bad thing this year, but be planning for next year in those scenarios.
Dan, all wonderful points. I wholeheartedly agree with everyone that you said. So thank you so much for your input today. And it's really great seeing you at the field day.
Yeah, thank you.
So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
It's a glimpse into the past to help people in the present understand the roots of agriculture. Jerry Sinkula is here from the Agricultural Heritage and Resources Incorporated. Good to see you, Jerry.
Well, good morning again. I think we did this a few times in the past in 31 years.
I was going to say congratulations, 31 years of doing this great event.
Seems we just had the 25th anniversary of it, but it continues to grow, and it's a wonderful event, and I know there are so many families that have been at every one of these shows.
So talk to me about what happens at Ag Heritage Days. You guys do this at the fairgrounds in Luxembourg?
We're fortunate to use the fairgrounds in Luxembourg, a wonderful facility, and we have some wonderful events of whether it's threshing or people in the blacksmith shop area. Sawmills are always going, and wonderful collections of tractors. This year it's IH and Farmall, a huge Wisconsin group, will be coming in with theirs today. Though I'm kind of prejudiced, I hope a few green ones will show up yet too.
Our family too, don't worry.
Okay.
Why is it important to have an event like this?
Oh, we don't know where we're going unless we know where it came from. And I think so many times we see agriculture what it is now, the younger generations, and they don't realize what was put into it in the past to get it to where it's a success in this part of the country now. And to see the things that they worked with and how hard it was, I think it's important. And I think it's important to see families come out. We love to see families come out with their kids and grandkids because those need to learn about it too. And that's probably some of the few chances they get to learn.
What about food? I know you guys are notorious for having some stuff.
Yes, my wife Ann is working with a committee. They've been working for quite a while, and everybody's always comes out to see and smell the old-fashioned wood-fired cook stoves, and they're doing a wonderful breakfast. And I think Ann said a few more surprises this year. Of course, all the pies, their homemade pies, are that they always have, and lunch menu, and then there's also other menu items out at the other areas of the fairgrounds too. But first places they head to is inside the pavilion with the log fired cook stoves.
It sounds like a good plan to me. What do we need to know about attending? Do we have to get tickets ahead of time?
No, you don't need tickets. You get tickets at the gate, and I think it's $7 for, and I can check that out, for adults, and 12 and under are only $12 to 16, $1 under 12. Bring all those grandkids, they're free. And you know, we started this going to be 31 years ago on the porch of my farm with the Reckelberg family and Jim Rubbis. And Jim was our president who just passed away. But his family's promising to have the steam engine out at least one more year for everybody to get the free ride behind it. And so I'm hoping everybody will come out and enjoy that. And Mark Jarakovic and his band, which was one of Jim's favorites, will be out there every afternoon, Saturday and Sunday. So a lot of fun things that will be happening. We're always looking for vendors who want to come out and sell things out there. And there's also many vendors to come and buy from. So please, and we have a tractor pull, antique tractor pull at 11 a.m. on Saturday. And there's a garden tractor pull on the racetrack area on Sunday at 11 a.m.
We have planned a busy weekend, but we should make sure we take time to stop and talk to people, right, Jerry?
Yeah.
The stories that people can share.
Stories, yeah. It's just wonderful to have and to hear these people talk about their stories. And you know, once we all pass that someday, and those stories go with us so many times. So we need to make sure we keep telling those stories.
Well, I know one thing for sure. My kids complained a lot less about their chores after they saw the way that it was done.
Speaking of kids, we will have our pedal tractor maze again this year for the grandkids and the little ones, obviously, on a little pedal tractor. We're limited on age, but they all love it, and the parents love to bring their youngsters over there, and we'll be doing that again.
Well, we appreciate the work that you are doing. Make plans for your family to attend this event for the 31st year. They have full details on the Facebook page if you just connect with Agricultural Heritage and Resource. We'll link you up on our website. Thanks,
Sounds
Jerry.
Great. Thank you.
If you've ever wondered how Santa gets everything done on his to-do list, the answer is he is fueled by Wisconsin dairy. We are glad to know this. It's nice to see you.
It's a pleasure to be here. I can't think of anywhere in the world that I'd rather be in the summer than right here in Wisconsin.
Well, I knew you loved cheese because years ago you filled my kids in on a secret about the reindeer.
I did. Now, not a lot of boys and girls know this, but the reindeer's favorite treat? Why, it's mac and cheese. Why, one day Mrs. Claus made me a big bowl of mac and cheese. I wasn't quite done with my chores yet, so I took that bowl of mac and cheese down to the reindeer barn. I set it down, finished up my chores, and when I turned around, you wouldn't believe it, all the reindeer were eating the mac and cheese. Oh my goodness, Rudolph's nose was cheddar orange. I had to polish it off. And then that night we went for a flight, and they were faster than they've ever been in the world. So I realized at that moment it had to be the mac and cheese because it kept them carved up for the big run.
Proudly Wisconsin dairy. We know it makes our bodies
indeed.
strong. Moms and dads, if you're watching, I want to give you a little heads up that we're going to be revealing a bit of Santa's magic in this segment. So now would be the time if you have kids who maybe want to just keep all the surprises out there, that we find a different option for them to watch, but you can tune back in and watch the segment on our website if you want to learn about the magic. But Santa, we have to talk about a fabulous contest that involved Wisconsin Cheese, the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. We promoted it on the show. They were looking to grant someone's cheese dreams, and you applied.
I did indeed. You know, I was going through social media one day with Mrs. Claus, and I saw that ad, and I went, what would a dream be for me? And then I realized, Melaine, nobody says cheese more than Santa. No matter where I go throughout the world, everyone says cheese when we take our pictures. And of course, we used to say we love Wisconsin cheese, but it was just a little too much for the little boys and girls, so we condensed it down to cheese. And fortunately, we were the recipient of one of the gifts.
Wonderful.
And this year at Kringle University, they presented many cheese selections and, of course, cookies and Wisconsin milk.
We are so fortunate here in Wisconsin. You are in the International Hall of Fame for Santa Clauses. Talk a bit about that honor.
I'm still so humbled by it, because we have so many wonderful, wonderful Santas and Mrs. C's here. Of course, we're all Santa's helpers. And to be kind of get that thumbprint, if I could, of approval that I'm doing the right thing at the right time for the right people and the right purpose. That was really nice to get that honor.
Well, and that's why you are just the guy to lead Kringle U, and that's where your cheese dreams came true. What happens at Kringle U?
Kringle U is a 2 or 3 day session that we have, a seminar where Santas from around the country come in, and I train them, and we share ideas on how to become better Christmas ambassadors. Everything from beard care to wardrobe to tricks to cheese and milk.
And those rosy cheeks. I can't reveal all the secrets, but when you walked in our studio today, I said, you have really nailed it. You are the ambassador for Santa to be talking to all of our kids. What role did dairy products play in this, and how did Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin really help to perpetuate that?
Oh, it's so important. You know, no matter where I go, boys and girls love to leave me little treats on Christmas Eve.
You bet.
And one of the things I love is cookies and milk. Of course, in the cookies is rich Wisconsin butter, washed down with cold chocolate milk. Oh, it is so wonderful. I do get many, many treats, but the favorite treat of all is anything made with Wisconsin dairy products.
We're happy to hear that, Santa.
It warms my tummy.
So at Kringle U, was there a training that takes place? Because you need to consume quite a bit of dairy products. I'm hoping I can brush up my skills, right?
Yes.
Is there any special techniques here?
As far as drinking milk?
Yeah.
The biggest thing is to smile.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but you don't want to smile and drink at the same time. It makes a mess. Yes, the elves do that all the time.
I know you wanted to say a word of thanks to the folks who put this whole contest on and helped make the cheese dreams come true.
Oh, absolutely. To the Wisconsin, as you can see, the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin is such a wonderful organization. And for them to be able to grant us dairy products from Wisconsin that I could share with Santas and Mrs. C's and elves from around the country, it was a true blessing.
Well, we look forward to seeing you in about, less than 6 months now.
Yeah, well, you won't see me.
Oh, that's right.
You'll just know I was there.
And you will get us all prepared on this side of things in Wisconsin for the visit. We appreciate the work you're doing.
Well, thank you. And every Christmas Eve, Wisconsin is my favorite place to stop.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Cheers to you. Smile while you're drinking your milk.
Indeed.
Good morning. I'm Storm Team 5 meteorologist Alexis Staniak. As we've now began the month of September, we're actually beginning it with precipitation numbers well above average for the month, about 5 inches above where we should be for the month of September already here in Green Bay. Slight deficit in precipitation areas just south of us, looks like into Chicago, and even further south and east in places like southern Indiana, Louisville, Kentucky, and even Columbus, Ohio. The Dakotas still, for the most part, are above average. For the year, since January 1st, for liquid precipitation, we've accumulated over 27 inches of rainfall here in Green Bay, over 31 inches of rainfall in Minneapolis, and about 14 to 17 inches over into the Dakotas. Now, we're not going to see too much come through as we head through the next week and a half stretch. This GFS model is picking up on literally no precipitation coming through most of this Badger state, so it'll be a trace, if that's about it, maybe even less, about maybe a trace to a tenth of rainfall to come through over into the Dakotas. Better chance for rain will be areas off to the west and further into the south and east. All of the Midwest is in this below average precipitation category as we head through the middle of the month of September. And the NOAA precipitation forecast does show that most of the Midwest and areas in southwestern America do have the chance to stay either above or below, if not completely below normal for precipitation as we head through these fall months. Now we are going to start to see a warm up come through after a cooler weekend that we've had. The temperatures will start to really change and turn back into the 80s for many places in Wisconsin. Hot weather will stay over the northern Midwest and into the northern Great Plains, as our NOAA temperature forecast outlook does show that above normal temperature values will stay as we head through the fall months coming up pretty much for the entire country. Thank you for joining us for this week's episode of Midwest Farm Weekly. We'll see you back here again next week.